If the Dharma of the Buddha obtains its fruit in the present lifetime, how is it that, among the disciples of the Buddha, some derive nothing from it? Answer. The yogin who knows the words of the Buddha and applies them constantly cannot fail to receive his reward. In the same way, the sick person who follows the orders of a good physician and takes all the medicine cannot fail to be cured. On the other hand, if the yogin does not conform to the Buddha's instructions and does not apply them constantly, his immorality and his distractions will cause him to obtain nothing. But it is false that the Dharma is not good. Moreover, if those who have not attained bodhi do not arrive at nirvana in the present lifetime, in the future lifetime they will, nonetheless, have wealth and happiness and, little by little, they will attain nirvana. Finally, their efforts will not be in vain. Thus the Buddha said, "Those who have gone forth from home in view of nirvana will all reach nirvana, some slowly and other quickly." Thus the Dharma obtains its fruit in the present existence. 3. Dharma without torment of burning. The Dharma is without the torment of burning. These sufferings of burning are of two kinds: torments of the body and torments of the mind. The torments of the body are fetters, prison, beatings, being put to death, etc. The torments of the mind are sadness, fear, etc., caused by desire, hatred, avarice or jealousy. In the Dharma of the Buddha, since morality is pure, the body escapes from the torments of fetters, prison, beatings, being put to death, etc. Since the mind has eliminated the 5 objects of enjoyment, eliminated the 5 obstacles and obtained true bodhi, it escapes from the torments of desire, hatred, avarice, jealousy, doubt, etc. And as there are no torments, there is no burning. Moreover, the trances and the pure absorptions produce joy and happiness, including all the physical sensations. This is why all the burning has gone away. Thus, when a man tormented by great heat reaches a clear cool pool, the cold revives him and he no longer suffers from the heat. Moreover, whether they depend on wrong views or whether they depend on thirst, the disturbing emotions are called burnings. Since they are absent in the Dharma of the Buddha, the latter is called without torment of burning. 4. The Dharma is independent of time. The Dharma is independent of time. The Dharma of the Buddha acts independently of time and gives its fruit independently of time. Among the heretics, some rules hold when the sun has not risen but do not hold when the sun has risen. Some hold when the sun has risen but do not hold when the sun has not risen. Yet others are valid in the daytime but are not valid at night, and finally some hold at night but do not hold in the daytime. In the Dharma of the Buddha, time does not intervene. When one has cultivated the Noble Eightfold Path, one attains nirvana. Just as fire burns when it finds kindling, so pure wisdom, as soon as it arises, burns all the disturbing emotions, and that independently of time. Question. But the Buddha spoke of medicine at the proper time, of clothing at the proper time, of food at the proper time, and the good roots that are not yet ripe will ripen in a person when they meet up with the favorable time. How can you say that the Dharma is independent of time? Answer. In these cases, when speaking of time, the Buddha is speaking in accord with worldly usage and, in order that his doctrine should last for a long time, he has linked his arguments with time. But when one cultivates the path, one obtains nirvana and its wondrous qualities, the concentrations and wisdom. These do not depend on time. The rules of the heretics all depend on time. The Dharma of the Buddha demands only that the causes and conditions be fulfilled. As long as the 3 elements of the path, morality, samadhi and wisdom, are not perfected, one does not obtain bodhi. When morality, samadhi and wisdom are perfected, the fruit is attained and does not depend on time. Moreover, we speak of time when a long time is necessary to obtain the fruit, but once the fruit is obtained, there is no further question of time. Thus, when a good dye has penetrated the cloth, it is fixed. It is the same for a person whose mind is pure. As soon as he has heard the Dharma, he is tinged with it and he obtains the purity of the Dharma I. Therefore the Dharma is independent of time. 5. Dharma leading to the good place. The Dharma leads to the good place. The 37 pure auxiliaries of body lead a person to nirvana. Thus, when one sets sail on the Ganges, one necessarily reaches the great ocean. The outside heretical systems which the omniscient one did not preach that are full of wrong views lead to the bad places, or if they sometimes lead to the heavens, one falls back from them and suffers. Not being eternal, these heavens are not the good place. Question. If the leader does not exist, how to lead to the good place? Answer. It is true that the leader does not exist. Only dharmas can lead other dharmas. The pure and good abandonment of the 5 aggregates of existence, aggregates to which is given the power of the name of being, lead to nirvana in the same way that the wind blows the dust or the water carries away straw. Even without a leader, there can be progress. Moreover, in the complex of causes and conditions, there is neither agent nor leader who exercises control over the causes and conditions on which the retribution depends. 6. Dharma of unhindered penetration. The Dharma is of unhindered penetration. Utilizing the seals of the Dharma of the Buddha, his penetration is unhindered in the same way that the holder of the royal seal is never delayed or restricted in his movements. Question. What are the seals of the Buddha's Dharma? Answer. There are 3 kinds of seals of the Buddha's Dharma. I. All conditioned dharmas arising and perishing from moment to moment are impermanent. E. All dharmas are without self. E. Peaceful is nirvana. Sarvasamskara anattaya. The yogin knows that the threefold world is entirely composed of arisings and ceasings governed by causes. The formations that previously existed no longer exist. Those that exist now will not exist later. These instantaneous arisings and cessations coming forth like a series may be seen and cognized in the way that one cognizes and sees a series of similar moments in the water of a river, the flame of a lamp or a storm. This is why people consider them to be a living being and, by a mistake consisting of taking what is impermanent to be permanent, people speak about a changeable entity lasting forever. That is the seal confirming the impermanence of all formations. Sarvadharma anatmana. All dharmas are without self. In dharmas there is neither lord, nor agent, knower, seeing subject, living object, or doer of actions. All dharmas depend on causes and conditions. Depending on causes and conditions, they are not autonomous. Since they are not autonomous, they are not self, and the nature of self is non-existent, as is said in the Po Wo Pin chapter on the refutation of the self. This is the seal of non-self. Question. How is it that only the conditioned dharmas are impermanent whereas all dharmas are non-self? Answer. Unconditioned dharmas, being without causes or conditions, do not arise and do not cease. As they do not arise and do not cease, they are not said to be impermanent.